Okay, now I'm going to be telling my story of how my mom's a heroin addict. And just to let you know, after, like, if you have a parent or somebody you know that's on drugs, even after they become clean, they're still considered an addict for their whole life, which sucks, but that's just how it goes. So, mine started whenever I was born, I guess. My mom gave birth to my brother and she got postpartum depression. And my dad wasn't really around at all. He was out cheating on her and doing whatever he wanted, playing softball, drinking. And so she got addicted to the pain pills or whatever, the depression medicine and everything that she was given after like giving birth to my brother, me, and my sister. And so she kind of had like a past with being an addict during like her teenage years and all of that. So she got addicted and she got clean for probably about 10 or 11 years. And so fast forward, she marries my stepdad and they're married for like 3 years, I believe. And the way they met was from an AA meeting. And so they were both former addicts. And so their relationship just didn't work very well and they both ended up getting back on drugs. So this is the summer after my 8th grade year. And so my mom was back on drugs. She got evicted from her house and then my dad actually ended up getting evicted from his house. So we were kind of like trying to find a place to live and jump from house to house, living with my dad's girlfriends or living with my Mimi. Anybody that would take us in, we'd stay with them. And so I didn't know for probably about a year that my mom was on drugs. I was just told that she couldn't afford to keep us and she was out trying to get another job because she got fired. And so my mom would like pick me up from school and stuff. She had random men in the car driving, or we'd go meeting up with some random people and they'd be like doing the crack nut, like dozing off, like sitting in the car talking to somebody. And my mom used to go and get me to buy, what is it? Is it Sudafed?
Yeah.
Sudafed from Walmart so she could like make drugs out of it, I guess. And so she'd do that and she would steal from Walmart so she could go and return it for cash to go and buy drugs, or take things from me and sell them to go and buy drugs. And like in the meantime, my dad didn't have enough money to like support like 3 kids and then himself and then have a house. So I was kind of helping out like with money. If we went to go see my mom, I'd pay for food and pay for her groceries, pay for gas to get there.
How old were you?
Probably, I was 13. 13, yeah. Because my brother, he had maybe just started driving. And so we'd go and see her. She lived at motels for a couple months. I don't know how she afforded it because she had absolutely no job. We finally got my mom to go to rehab after I'd been told that she was on drugs. I figured it all out. I actually found her crack pipe in a ball of yarn whenever I was knitting a scarf or something. And so that's how I really found out that she was actually on drugs, because I was too young, too naive to like realize. And so whenever I was 16, we went and took her to Tuscaloosa. Took her there to drop her off to go to rehab. And so she went through rehab, got clean, and she was clean for about a year. And she was doing fine. And then she fell back off the wagon, was hanging out with the wrong crowd. Yet again, all these men, random people, and she was doing heroin. And by that point, I had totally stopped talking to her because whenever she was first on drugs, I'd beg her to talk to me, beg her to talk to me. And she wouldn't respond, or she'd make up reasons why she wouldn't. And she had turned me against my grandmother because I didn't know she was on drugs, but she was saying that my grandmother was this horrible person. She wouldn't let my mom live with her. And so I turned against my grandmother and absolutely hated her for a good couple of months until I figured out that she was on drugs. So, like, after she fell back off the wagon, like after that year of being clean, I fully stopped talking to her. I blocked her on Facebook, blocked her phone number, did everything I could not to talk to her, because I had absolutely I just didn't want to have anything to do with her, because a lot of people say like people aren't going to get clean unless they really want to, and that's something that really hurt me, because I was like, why doesn't my mom want to get clean, like for her children? Like, does she not love me anymore? Like, why does she want to do this to our family? Because all she did was steal from us, use us, and so she went back into rehab maybe 2 more times. It didn't work because she didn't work the program right. And whenever in rehab, you go through these 12 steps, and you have to attend meetings and all this for you to actually become clean. And so as of right now, she is almost a year clean, and she's actually works for SLA, which is Sober Living America, and she works for them. She helps run meetings for Heroin Addicts Anonymous in downtown, and so she's actually clean. She's worked the 12 steps. I think she's almost done with her last step, but I don't know. I think a part of like having a drug addict as a mom is kind of like, once they lie to you so much and they use you so much, it's like hard to trust them again. Because like I still sit here like knowing that she says she's clean. She says she shows me her chips that she gets every month, like waiting for a phone call. Hey, your mom's dead from a overdose or something. Like, it's always like a really scary thought of like getting that. Because whenever she was on drugs in high school, I always kept my phone on. I wouldn't keep it on silent because I was waiting for that call one day that my mom like had overdosed or something. And recently, actually, apparently like heroin that's been going around Birmingham is horrible, and you don't know what you're getting whenever you're using these drugs. And 3 people that lived in Sober Living America's apartments actually overdosed this past week. So it's really scary, like, no, like if my mom did get back on drugs, like she could pass away, because you don't know what you're getting. And working really hard to like trust her again, because it is really hard, because I lost her trust. And so I talk to her every day, and I don't know, just trying to gain back that trust, trying to trust that she's not going to fall off the wagon again, hang out with the wrong people, and start using. Because I don't think, like, after these 4 times I've known that she's been into rehab, which she's been in rehab a lot more times than that. Like, I'm just hoping that she'll stay sober and keep up with putting an effort for her sobriety to be able to be in my life, because she wasn't there for my high school graduation. And I wanted her to be there for my college graduation, be there whenever I have kids and everything. But it's just really hard part about like having a parent that's a drug addict, because you never know, like one little thing could cause them to fall off the wagon again. Yeah. You got anything to say?
On the positive note, I graduate from college tomorrow, and I don't live in Birmingham no more, so that's all I care about. Well, I mean, I care about other things, but looking forward to the summer, because I ain't got to go all the way back home and deal with all that bullshit anymore, so living my best life.
I guess the purpose of this video is probably to like raise awareness about drug use and how popular it's become in youth and adults, and about how like these drugs are so dangerous, they're not good for you, and they tear apart your families. It's the worst thing ever, because like whenever you're on drugs, you lie, you think that like your only priority is to get that drug. You think that's like what you have to do to live. You don't care about nobody. You don't care who you hurt, who you steal from, what you do. You have to live. You have to get that drug.
And you feel like everybody else is in the wrong.
Yeah. One of like the 12 steps, you can actually like, if you want to look up the 12 steps to like becoming cleaner, becoming sober, you can download the Big Book app or look it up online and just look at the steps that like these people have to go through. And
not sponsored.
Not sponsored by Big Book. I wish it was, but not. Yeah, I just want to raise awareness about drug use and just kind of like put it out there, because I know we're not the only people that are going through this, and if you're going through this, you can always contact either of us.
Because you probably do feel like you're alone in the situation. Like, I do have her as a friend. She's been through it, and I still feel like I'm alone. So, like, you don't want to hold it all in. You want to talk to somebody about it, because I did hold it all in, and it doesn't help in any way. It just makes things worse. So, just talk to somebody. Talk to a counselor, teacher, friend.
DM us.
Us.
IM us. Video message us. Text us.
Hit me up.
Yeah. Hit us up in the DM.
Skype me. MySpace me.
Yeah, but just we'll put a little stuff from the big book at the end of this, and just thanks for watching, I guess, and hope you're not going through this personally, but if you are, let us know if you need anything.
Be strong. Be courageous. Be a wild man or woman. Be bold. Be brave. Trust God.
Okay, bye.
White lips, pale face, breathing in snowflakes, burnt lungs as I taste. Lights gone, days end, struggling to pay rent, long nights, strange men.